Hello, dear students. I am Assistant Professor Rushali Ahir, and in today's session of fermentation technology, we are going to study in detail the large scale production about immune sera. Now, sera it basically consists of pharmacologically active substance which are used in the prevention and the treatment of various infections agent. So, what are immune sera and how does this immune sera it can be produced? These all the things we are going to study in detail in our this session. So let's start with our actual point. So let's start with the definition of serum. A serum contains antibodies produced by a natural or artificial immunity against a given antigen from humans or animals, which is known as immune sera. Now, basically, uh, it may be animal or human being. Their serum it consists of various antibodies which may be produced naturally or artificially, which shows immunity against various kinds of antigens. As this serum or as this sera it provides immunity, it is known as immune sera. And these um, activity to show the immunity against antigen, it is due to modification of gamma globulin present inside the immune sera. Now, this sera it may provide artificial passive immunity, and it can be prepared by immunizing an animal by infective dose. So basically, there are two types of sera. One is homogeneous serum, and second type of serum it is known as heterogeneous serum. Now, the serum which is obtained from the blood donor volunteers have been immunized. It is known as homogeneous serum. That is, if blood of one human being, if it is donated to another human being who is previously immunized, such kind of blood contains lots of antibodies, and when antibody containing blood is donated to another volunteer, it is known as homogeneous serum. On the other hand, the second type is heterogeneous serum. This kind of serum it is obtained from the blood of animals, basically horse. Means here what it is done, the infectious agent which causes disease it is supplied or inoculated in the animal body, then the animal produces antibody against that antigen. Later on these animal serum it is removed, purified, and then supplied to the patients, or the bunch of antibodies from the animal's body it is supplied. So such type of serum it is known as heterogeneous serum. So there are various examples of anti-sera which are produced commercially nowadays. For example, anti-sera which are produced from horses, tetanus antitoxins, gas gangrene antitoxin, diphtheria antitoxin, anti-rabies serum, and anti-snake venom polyvalent. Basically, such type of anti snake venom they are produced for highly venomous reptiles like cobras or vipers or kites. Now we will actually move towards the preparation or the general steps for the preparation of immune sera. To prepare an immune serum, horses or other animals are injected with a sequence of spaced doses of an antigen until a trial blood sample shows that the infections have induced a high titer of antibody to the injected antigen. Here, basically, what it is done, the infectious agent, it is injected inside the body of animal. Here, basically, horses are used as the large amount of blood can be removed from his body. So, first, horses are injected with the infectious agent, and this injection of infectious agent is carried out time to time up till the horses show a adequate amount of antibody production in its body. So when once the horse is injected with the infectious agent, after few days a blood sample is removed and test for the antibody production. If adequate amount of antibodies are not produced, then again the second dose of antigens are injected in the body of horses, and this process it is continued up till the blood sample shows high titer of antibodies against the injected antigens. Once the antibodies are produced, if the antibody production is not carried out properly, then some antigens or adjuvants may be added for the high yield of antibodies. So for this purpose, for the production of antibodies inside the horse body, it is very important that the animal which is selected for this purpose, it should have a good health, it should be free from other infection, and such type of animals they should be kept in proper supervision of veterinaries. So once the horses are selected and they are injected with the antigens and the proper titer of antibodies are produced, then we go for the further step of immune sera production. So our next step is, once the sufficient antibodies are generated, a large volume of blood is then removed by venipuncture and collected into a vessel containing sufficient titer solution to prevent clotting. So, once the antibodies are produced inside the horse body, then the vein below the neck of horses it is punctured, and from that punctured vein a large amount or the sufficient amount of blood it is removed. These removed blood it is collected in a vessel which contains sufficient amount of citrate in it. The citrate in the vessel prevents the clotting of blood. If the blood is clotted, then it is of no use. So to prevent the clotting of blood, the citrate is added in sufficient amount in the vessel in which the blood of horse is collected. Then After the collection of blood, the blood cells are allowed to settle, and then supernatant plasma is removed. So these plasma, it contains our antibodies. The crude plasma can be sterilized by either filtration, and after filtration process it is used for the further process. So after filtration process, a fractionation of plasma it is carried out. Due to fractionation of plasma, the separation of immunoglobulins can be carried out easily. So fractionate, it is to be separated, or it is to carried out for the separation of immunoglobulins. This type of fractionate of immunoglobulins, it is carried out by the process of fractional precipitation by using ammonium sulfate. So we have removed the blood. After removing, we have added citrate in it for preventing the clotting of blood. After this, the blood is allowed to settle the blood cells, and plasma or the supernatant plasma it is collected. This supernatant plasma it is then filtered. After filtration process, fractional precipitation of plasma it is carried out by the addition of ammonium sulfate. And then once the precipitation is completed, the globulins are recovered and then treated with the pepsin to yield a refined immune product containing Fab fragments. Here we deal with the collection of immunoglobulins. So once the precipitation is completed, the globulin fragments are recovered and they are treated with the pepsin. After this treatment, the antibody contained of the refined product is determined and the product is diluted to the required concentration and transferred into ampoules. Once the globulins are recovered, the antibody containing product or the concentration of antibodies in the content it is checked. After this, the product it is diluted and then it is transferred or filled in the ampoules. Two or more monovalent immune sera may be blended together to provide multivalent immune serum. So here we can prepare a single immune serum, or else two or three or more antibodies can be combined together or blended together, which provides immunity against different types of antigens, or multivalent immune serum can be produced. So once the production of immune sera it is completed, then we go further for the quality control. It is very important to check the quality of immune sera, and this quality control or quality check it is carried out before filling the immune serum into the ampoules. So here we check the potency or the ability of immune serum. Here this it is done by the preparation of serial dilutions of the immune serum, and a standard preparations are made. To each diluted solution, a constant amount of homologous antigens are added. Each mixture is then inoculated into groups of animals like guinea pig or mice, and Then the dilution of the immune serum and the standard which is neutralized, the effect of toxins are noted. So here what we do, we carry out a dilution of serums. Once the dilution of serum it is completed, then in each dilution we add constant amount of homologous antigen. The antigen it is added into the immune serum. Then these dilutions they are injected in the animals, groups of animals which are which have a good health and does not contain any kind of infection. Animals like guinea pig or mice are selected for this purpose, and then the effect of toxin it is checked on the animals. If the animals does not shows any kind of infection, then our immune serum it is effective. The quality of globulin fraction it is usually monitored by gel electrophoresis to detect contaminating proteins and uncleaved immunoglobulins, and by size exclusion high performance liquid chromatography to detect the aggregates. Now, here we have carried out fractional precipitation. During this fractional precipitation, it may happen that some of the globulins have not been fractionated. So, for this purpose, the contaminating substances may also be present in the immune serum. So, we check the quality of globulin fraction by the gel electrophoresis technique. This helps us to detect whether any contaminating proteins are present in that product, or uncleaved immunoglobulins are present or not. After this size exclusion HPLC technique, it is used to detect the aggregates of such molecules and they are removed, and a pure quality of serum can be generated. So, this was all about the immune serum and the production of immune serum. Now, there is a very basic difference between vaccine and serum. Generally, vaccines and serum they differ in their fundamental properties, like methods of preparation and the resultant type of immunity. For example, vaccines they induce the immunization and provide artificial active immunity, whereas sera provides artificial passive immunity. And immunity provided by this immune sera it is short lived. On the other hand, vaccine provide long term immune response. So these were all about the immune serum production. Thank you.